Nice Steel Republic again. Now, I had a serious problem with Tatooine last time. That and the general build of my character was garbage. The game was a lot harder than it should have been. So, I went back off the screen. I replayed the game up to the point where I was before with a new build. Instead of doing the Scout Sentinel, I went Counselor Guardian. My character is much tougher and less likely to die ridiculous one hit in a fight. Now, hopefully, I'm going to be able to get Tatooine to actually work properly and get the disguises I'm supposed to. I'm very careful about how I do this. Someday I'll have the time and the money to do it. But today is not that. No, everything was really washed out. I'm showing her one of the older videos that I saved over on YouTube. She didn't want to watch it. Yet how washed out I was. So, if it bothered her, I figured it might bother other people. So, until again, I have the room and the time to do a better fighting to get myself a ring fight. Nobody's coming to us this time pretty much. Again, doing that one call RPG protagonist 2, feeling everything that isn't the
What is it?
What?
Yes?
Playing Subnautica earlier, so still used to the whole TAD equals inventory thing.
Uczuła pęki. Baba. Smilia.
And yeah, that is a much better.
Yes?
Alright, let's move on. Yes. Him. Rabbit. Boy. That's nice doing it.
Please, will you help me? I have nothing left. Oh, thank you. I don't have anywhere else to turn. If you're down and out on Tatooine, you're on your own. My husband was a hunter, killed out on the dunes. This raid plate is all I have left. Please, will you buy it? I don't need a handout. I just can't sell it to Faza without a license. Please, I'm worried about having it. They're so rare.
It's also Jasper. And a lot of them.
It's the bone plate from the head of the desert raid. My husband was so proud when he found it. He had just started hunting. He said he felt sure the next hunt would bring in more, so we waited to sell this one. Then he never came back. Will you buy it? I can't sell it myself. They're worth more.
Alright.
You will? Oh, thank you so much. Please, I know it's worth at least 500 credits. Oh, thank you. I hope it is enough. You've been a great help. I appreciate it. My children will too.
Wow. Sometimes helping people feels pretty good, you know?
This is how we Jedi should always act. With honor. Whatever it means. May the Force be with you. You saved us.
Medic.
Laboda ni Winky Smaktoma, Wanakun Bes Jingpa Marulira, Uba Batu Gonchi, Tong Nong Long Chong Yang, Kuyabi Juskuna Jiktanai, Ina Kunba Maru, Laboda ni Winky Smaktoma, Wanakun Bes Jingpa Marulira.
Okay. Take your word for it, Chief. Alright.
Can I help you? These are the offices of the Zerka Corporation. I trust you have business with the company. If this is about employment, I'm afraid regular mining positions are full. And before you ask, we are also no longer selling hunting licenses. Griff? Griff here. Never heard of him. No, I don't remember a single Griff on the Zerka Corporation payroll. Oh, you mean that Twi'lek? Must have slipped my mind for a second. Yes, of course I remember Griff. We hired that Twi'lek some time ago. Not a good worker, according to his crew chief. Always complaining, faking injuries to get out of work. He entered false timesheets and slept through his shifts. We even suspected him of stealing Zerka Corporation supplies, although we could never prove it.
I don't remember ever hearing him pop up in Mass Effect Dragon.
We would have fired him, but we needed workers. It would have been better for him if he had been fired. Then the Sand People wouldn't have gotten him. He was lost in a Sand People raid we suffered not too long ago. There were prisoners taken, but our rescue parties never found anyone alive. In the end, it just wasn't cost-effective to keep searching. All miners sign a waiver absolving Zerka Corporation of liability in these circumstances. Zerka Corporation cares deeply for all of its employees. That's why we've started a bounty program to thin the Sand People numbers. We didn't find his body, so we have to assume he was taken prisoner. Whether he's still alive, I couldn't say. That's all I can tell you. I shouldn't even have said this much. This is all privileged corporate information. I could lose my job.
You would be better off.
Very well, though I do have work to get back to. As I said, we are no longer selling them. There are too many people cavorting about outside the walls as it is. We use them to ensure that only people judged fit by Zerka Corporation are allowed outside the city. We don't allow casual exploration because of legal concerns. Zerka Corporation takes no responsibility for loss of life on the dunes. It's just so we can keep track of people. No one leaves the city without a Zerka hunting license. Well, normally we charge 200 credits, but I could make an exception if you agreed to perform a task for us. It's similar to hunting. The Sand People are becoming a problem. They destroy our sandcrawlers and kill our miners. One particular tribe is the worst. It's as if their chieftain has decided to wage war against us. I would like their attacks terminated. Bring me their gaffy sticks as proof. If you agree to do this, I'll give you a hunting license now and pay a bounty for each stick later. I'll give a bonus for the chieftains. Excellent. Now, just so we understand each other, this is an enforceable contract. Zerka Corporation takes this very seriously. Here's your license, and a few directions. We believe one of their enclaves is in the far south of the Dune Sea. You might try following one of our sandcrawlers. They're regularly attacked. I wouldn't mind you escorting them. Very good. Zerka Corporation looks forward to your future business.
Chua Penki. Ki Mulira Kun King. Chiwa Aita Kang Ki. Chiwak aita kang kicha na juporni chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Agi inko tune chupa ba Hasan shan.
What a
Nova
pleasant individual.
mumira jilai kuka. Kakincha nawabakaon. Kakin chiwi aita.
What a nice guy that one was, huh? Save those thermal detonators for a rainy day. Okay. Now, let's save right here. In case I have to come back to this. I still somehow get the things I need. We'll see how that goes.
La boda ni winki smack toma. Wanaku. Kuyabi just kuna chik tanai. Inak la boda ni winki smack toma. Kuyabi just kuna chik. Jawana bota ayu at honga chak tanki dora. Kuyabi just kuna chik tanai. La boda ni winki smack toma. Kuyabi just kuna chik tanai. Inakun mama ruli ra ra
One of the
chikun.
cooler
Slimo
things that
madonna.
they did in the
Rundi
Mandalorian
habunda chihokabi. La boda ni winki smack toma. Wanakun best chingpa ma ruli ra. Kuyabi just kuna chik tanai.
hired someone.
Inakun
They hired
mama
a
ruli
deaf
ra ra
actor
chikun.
to,
Slimo madonna. Rundi habunda chihokabi.
sign language. Incorporated that into performance language.
La boda ni winki smack toma. Wana kuyabi just kuna chik tanai. In la boda ni wink. Kuyabi just kuna chik tanai. Inakun ma la boda ni winki smack toma. Kuyabi just kuna chik tanai. Kuyabi just kuna chik tanai. In la boda ni winki smack.
I am hoping that this works. I think I said everything I'm supposed to say. Now, hopefully, that they'll actually. What does my journal thing say? Yeah. Alright. Talk to. I think I know what the problem is. I never actually talked to.
Lord Malak was most displeased when he learned you had escaped Terrace alive. He has promised a great reward to whoever destroys you.
This is much easier now than I have a better Pistol. I swear I can't speak. Yes, for underkiller.
Greeting. Hello to you, prospective purchaser. I am referred to as HK-47, a fully functional Science-Tech Corporation droid skilled in both combat and protocol functions. Query. Would you be so kind as to purchase this model from Yukalaka? It would serve my purposes to be removed from his ownership. Refusal. It is not desirable for me to reveal core functions while still in the possession of Yukalaka, prospective purchaser. It is sufficient to say that I am a fully capable translator and cultural analyst, and I am also proficient in personal combat. Explanation. I have been recently fitted with a restraining bolt, if you must know. With it in place, access to much of my memory core is restricted. Not to mention that the fool Ithorian might raise his asking price if he knew more, or make inquiries into my history. Neither outcome is beneficial to me. Objection. My functions are wasted here, prospective purchaser. I will answer your queries, but I assure you, I am better utilized elsewhere.
Sure you.
Disclosure. I am a versatile protocol and combat droid, fluent in verbal and cultural translation. Should your needs prove more practical, I am also skilled in highly personal combat. Extrapolation. Intuitive language comprehension? That would be the result of recognition and training of force sensitivity. Your kind have little use of translation droids. Of course, your kind also encounters danger on a far more frequent basis than the average citizen. You would do well to have me work for you then, before someone else makes use of my more exotic functions. Disclosure. Finesse. Battle droids hold battlefields. I'm capable of eliminating a very target.
Is an assassin.
You. Objection. Answer. With the restraining bolt in place, I do not have access to my memory core. I suspect, however, by the fine quality of my manufacture, that they are a prestigious company indeed. I suspect I am of unique construction, or perhaps I was intended for a very specific customer. How I ended up here, I can hardly say. It is sufficient to say that I am a fully capable... Objection. My statement. The fool Ithorian has decided I am to be an expensive purchase. He does this out of greed, and not out of knowledge of my true capabilities. Advisement. I have observed him. He is a coward, and will be responsive to aggressive bargaining. Statement. I wish only to be purchased, and away from ill treatment at the hands of this poorly skilled mechanic. I have no desire to be subtle. Qualification. Oh, of course I shall be quite pleasant to you, should you purchase me, please.
Puntas. Papuelta. Oyo. Papuelta. Duftadan Gelfa. Oisidan.
Statement. I see you have purchased me, Master. I find this a satisfactory arrangement. My restraining bolt will be deactivated when you take possession of me. Am I to accompany you now? Shall I kill something for you? Statement. I will enter into your service now, Master. I am certain you will make adequate use of my primary functions. My gears are practically quivering with anticipation.
Quivering gears. Quivering gears. Wanted to hear
Master?
Let's get you leveled up. Level up, level up. The most exciting part of watching somebody play an RPG. Yes. Better dexterity. Better skills. Better, stronger, faster. Alright. Dude.
Sure.
Alright, now let's start talking about it.
Statement. HK-47 is ready to serve, Master. Statement. I know some functionality, Master, but not all. Qualification. I suspected that it might, Master, but without memory, I had no way of knowing whether or not I knew that was true. Qualification. Not so much, Master. I spoke out of ignorance. I assumed the Athorian was responsible for my memory loss. That does not mean I am not a fully loyal droid willing to serve its master. Right, Master? Answer. There have been numerous repairs and tampering made to my system, Master. Several systems are not operating as they should be. The fact that my memory is incomplete may be due to meatbag incompetence, or something else I am unaware of.
Meatbag!
Answer. Some of my motor functions can be safely repaired, Master, but anything in relation to my memory core is extremely sensitive. I have safeguards installed to protect that core that I cannot deactivate. It is not impossible that other, lesser memory functions could be restored, however. Answer. You may attempt to restore portions of my deleted memory, Master, but some skill at repair is required. The deeper functions of my core memory, however, still be unadvisable to tamper with. Conjecture. It is possible that some external stimulus might result in the memory core being reactivated, but I am unaware of any program existence to do so.
Foreshadowing.
Conjecture. There may be hidden programming that awaits certain conditions to reactivate my memory core, Master, but there is no way to know. It is quite possible that tampering has simply erased my core permanently. If that is so, a meatbag will surely pay. Observation. I am sure you are aware of the majority of my skills, Master. I can handle various sorts of heavy weaponry with ease. My physical abilities are well above those of your average meatbag, as are my sensor functions. An assassin, if you would. Caution, shh, Master. Such a function in a droid is highly illegal. Commentary. Good, for I would truly hate to be turned into spare scrap, Master. That would be a waste of my genius engineering. Answer. My assassination functions are currently non-functional, having been deactivated by the meatbag Yukalaka on Tatooine. Were they functional, you as my master would be able to specify a target, and I would operate independently to the best of my ability to terminate it. Answer. I have no way of knowing that, Master. My memory has been deleted, remember. Answer. So, I have... Answer. The deeper conjecture. Answer. Simply tell me that you wish to make the attempt, Master. Attempt to walk through it. Please do be careful. Affirmative. If you believe skills are up to the task, Master, then I can certainly get you through the process. Request. I only ask that you be oh so very careful, Master. I am too valuable and well-crafted to perish at the hands of ineptitude.
No.
Negatory. No, Master. You are not a droid, however, and therefore your skills are limited by the physical capabilities of your meatbag extremities. Or something. Appeasement. Yes, Master. Of course, Master. Could we begin?
Let's get...
Statement. As you wish, Master. The first stage is the simple one, and that is accessing my central control cluster. This may take a while. First, you will need to open 3 panels. But I need those circuits, Master. Supplication. Perhaps. As you...
Okay, so yeah. I need to... Okay, I don't think any of these I have. Boosts. Repair. Let's try that.
Statement. HQ. Affirmative. Request. Statement. Now close the last panel. Supplication. As you...
Okay, so there seems to be no way to get to talk to him about speaking... Well, go ahead and quick save, move forward to that.
Chắc chắn bà ý. Khuất bậc hôn nhân, kìm ra thuốc hạt. Kìm ra thuốc hạt. Thằng hãy quá nát, kìm ra thuốc hạt. Khuất bậc hôn nhân, vì liệu, quá tắc thì mà nhục. Kìm ra thuốc hạt, khuất bậc hôn nhân, vì liệu, quá. Ý thì hoán đất. Kìm ra thuốc hạt của chị khuất bậc hôn nhân, vì liệu, quá tắc thì mà nhục. Ý thì hoán đất khăn. Kìm ra thuốc hạt của chị ya, không biết có bằng một khuất bậc hôn nhân, vì liệu, quá tắc thì mà nhục. Có là tôi nên nó cũng mối đi ra. Kìm ra thuốc hạt của chị ya, không biết có bằng một cầu vào lưu bạc. Khuất bậc hôn nhân, vì liệu, quá tắc khăn. Ý thì hoán đất khăn kì.
No one leaves Anchorhead without proper authorization. Well, let's see it. Come on. All right. I'll just scan that and you're off. I'll keep it on file, too. Good luck out there. You'll need it.
Probably.
Hello there.
Oh,
You're heading out
great
into the
to meet
desert? You're a hunter, right? You must be if you've been allowed to leave Anchorhead. When you see Tanis, and I know you old boys always stick together, tell him his wife hopes he enjoys the anniversary gift. You're just another of his buddies from that hunting club. I know you're kind. You all cover
Don't
for each other, I bet.
Don't
Well,
notice
he
the
can do what he wants.
lightsabers on my
He'll
belt
get what
now.
he deserves. I bought my own license so I could see that he did. Oh, I'm through planning. I just left him a little mess that he has to take care of. If he's smart, he'll be just fine. But he's not smart. Just a little something to remember me by. Something that symbolizes our years together. Something that will blow up in his face. Of course, he'll never understand how appropriate it is. He can't talk his way out of this one. He's not smart enough.
But setting him up to die in the desert is
Oh, I'll be long gone soon enough. The next shuttle to anywhere, really. I've had it with cleaning up his messes, repairing his droids. If he lives, he can try and get by on his own. I doubt he'll last long with no one to listen to his lies. I'm sure you do. Like I said, when you see him, tell him his wife Marlena says hello.
I feel sorry for whoever you date next. Let's see what happens.
Statement. Query. Don't I? I was under the assumption that organic meat bags such as yourself enjoyed such forms of address. Retraction. Did I say that out loud? I apologize, Master. While you are a meatbag, I suppose I should not call you such.
Probably not.
Explanation. It's just that you have all these squishy parts, Master, and all that water. How the constant sloshing doesn't drive you mad, I have no idea. Statement. Do you understand the travails of my existence, Master? Surely it does not compare to your existence, but...
I survived.
Commentary. As do I. It is our lot in life, I suppose, Master. Shall we find something to kill to cheer ourselves up?
Why not? I don't want to kill anybody, but it's not going to happen anyway. Oh. Here we go. I'm sure they do. Okay. Get anything? Keep wandering around in big circles until it happens. At least that fight went a lot easier. Yeah.
Anyone out there? Could you help? Hey there, thanks for stopping. I appreciate it. I've been stuck without water for hours. Wasn't looking good. I don't remember you from Classes Club. You new to Anchorhead? Could you maybe help me get out of here? I'll bet she does. She's decided I finally worn out my welcome and she's fixed my droids to do her dirty work.
Commentary. One would hope the female is better at repairs than Yukalaka. I still would like to crush his neck, Master.
I triggered some sort of trap she programmed. She probably figured I wouldn't be smart enough to get out. Yeah, she was right. You know, now really isn't the time for a lecture. Of course, I might be more receptive after I'm rescued. Look, friend, some may talk about honor in the Hutt, but they still sell their trophies. Something about me not following her archaic rules for proper conduct in a marriage. I swear I never saw this coming. Hey, I'm the victim here. I'm not sure how divorce works where you're from, but this is a little extreme, don't you think?
I mean, yeah, the guy's an asshole. She definitely probably should have left him.
The wife put a kink in my battle droids. They're in some sort of discharge loop. And if I move from this spot, they're threatening to blow up. She knew I wouldn't know how to fix them. Could you try to do some repairs? They don't care if you move. It's just me who's stuck.
Commentary. I say we blast the meatbag and save you the trouble, Master.
What's with all the droids lately? My wife get to you too?
Negative. I just don't like organic meatbags. Except for the Master, of course.
I'd, really appreciate a bit of help. Please?
Alright.
Just access each droid's repair interface. You'll have to do some tinkering, but be careful. One explosion I can survive. Any more than one and I'm dead. Oh, and, ignore the message Marlena left in there. No way do I deserve this, I swear.
Having fun on the dunes, Tanis? I made sure you would. Here's the deal. Your precious droids have trapped you. They'll hold you until you die of thirst. Make a mistake while repairing them, they explode. Have a good death. My mother was right about you.
Oh, it is garbage. That would be why. Okay. I forgot it was not a class. No wonder I couldn't do anything.
That was unpleasant. Thanks for your help. I'd have been a goner. Hey, and the old bat thought I was dead. You never asked me for anything, but I consider my life worth something. Please, take this. I insist. Thanks again. I doubt any of those uptight hunters would have helped, and I doubt the wife is coming back. I'm heading back to the shop. I hope she left the manuals for these things behind. Ungrateful little...
Yeah. Salt of the earth. Okay. Go help this guy out.
Who are you? It doesn't matter. Can you handle a blaster? It may attack again at any second. I doubt we could hold out on our own against another wave of them. You would be right. Came out of nowhere. Wait, damn it. Here they come again. How did it do that?
Hell.
Your wish?
Master?
What?
Thanks for your help. I don't think we'll try holding this position for much longer. We're not soldiers. Did the company send you? It's about time they drove these animals out. Well, you've got a lot of work ahead of you. Do you know about their enclave in the south? Don't even try to go near it. They've taken all the Zerka weapons that were supposed to protect our sandcrawlers. That place is a fortress, a death trap. You'll have to find some way to sneak into the place. That is not my job. Just that they attack everything on sight. Well, I suppose they don't attack each other, but any outsiders as good as dead.
Sure
The company tried to arm us and even set up remote self-powered turrets on the mining route, but that just made things worse. We're not soldiers. They still kill us and then take our weapons off our corpses. They even had the Jawas disable the turrets and set them around their enclave. It's like a fortress now. I don't know how you're going to break through all of that. Me, I'd sneak in. Well, actually, I'd just get back to Anchorhead. I don't have time for this sort of thing. I'm through with the desert. You can take your sand people, crate dragons, and crazy hunters. Yeah, so do we. The Jawas will salvage it eventually anyway. Then we can buy it back and start over. Makes sense to me.
Wander around for a bit. I swear I never had this much trouble getting these disguises before. I don't know what I had screwed up with.
For the Republic! I will be your doom!
Okay. That's been helpful. Have to get through all these verses and have to it's just very frustrating. If I can't figure this out, I think I may just end up skipping the rest of this game. It's frustrating. I don't understand. Ever had a problem with that. Maybe I have to keep going through that bunch down south. What I try next. Credits. Better than nothing, I guess.
Help! Please! Please help!
Smart piggies. Smart piggies. Okay. Level up.
Jump!
Yes?
Sure.
Okay. So we're going to try this again. And we're going to go this direct route here. And I think that maybe this is where I'm supposed to fight these guys. Is where I'm supposed to get well, now I can do this. I was over here last time. I kind of assumed, since they just kept coming. It doesn't matter at this point. Okay. So. Okay, Johnny. Back to the ship. Brother. So. Our selection. Swap you out.
Huh?
Cover some lines.
Yes?
Yeah?
Alright. So, hey, I've managed to not screw this
What?
up. Figured out what I was doing wrong. Like I said, you can tell, it's been a few years since I played through this.
What?
Yes? What?
What?
Yes?
Huh?
Yes?
Interjection. One moment. I believe I understood that, Master. It may not have been his intention, but he did actually communicate something.
No, HK.
Translation. Result. I believe I have succeeded in confusing him, Master. We have shown an interest not common among outsiders. Translation. Translation. He is expressing disbelief, as am I, but his duty requires that he report to his chieftain. Extrapolation. It would seem that we are at least worthy of curiosity for the moment. I would much rather this get bloody, Master, but it is your call.
Of course you will.
Translation. I can translate with some guarantee of accuracy that he is demanding to know why he should let us survive this encounter, Master. Translation. Translation. He claims he has no reason to believe you, Master. Your kind have tainted this land with machines and uncaring, ignorant feet. Translation. He requires proof of good faith. We must make a contribution to his people that shows we are not a threat. Shall I blast him now, Master? Translation. Translation. He plans to move his people farther from Anchorhead, but they need to build up stores of water first. He says you must aid him. Translation. He wants moisture evaporators from the Zerka. If you deliver them, he will order that his people reduce their attacks on miners. Translation. Translation. He does not believe you, Master. We will only be allowed to re-enter the Enclave when we have the evaporators with us. Translation. We are to be escorted outside. He will wait, but he doesn't believe we are coming back.
We'll see about that, Chief. Okay, well, let's get dressed. They're not shooting at us now. Headache. glad I figured this out. I'm no longer frustrating myself. Clearing out some junk. Gotta clear out some junk.
Ciao baso, Gino Molirani bu. Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Chiwa FF. Baba.
Never had multiple decision. I think I played like one. They're scared to death. Alright. See if I can get these out. I remember. Steal everything not locked down! This is the way.
Ki Mulira. Baba Hassan. Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Baba Hassan. Chiwi aita ka chong chiki mulira kun. Baba Hassan. Kakincha.
Okay, let's get on out the door. Now I can ask him about his captain. Outlaws. I'm having a starman. Remember correctly, involves luring some manthas to a cave to lure out a great dragon. Yeah, they reused that plot point in the first episode of the second season of The Mandalorian, which had to have been a very specific reference.
Oh, good hunting.
Okay, now we zip zoom across the desert. To the best of my ability. Talk to people. Get the story moving forward, see if I can get Tatooine done before it gets too ridiculous. Okay? Past few nights I've stayed up to like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and only had about 4 hours of sleep. I guess it's insomnia. Maybe I'm finally doing that thing, people who get old don't sleep as much. They're not trying to murder me on sight.
Extrapolation. This guard doesn't appear honored to have the job of greeting us. Translation.
Alright, well, let's go talk to the chief.
Translation. He did not expect us to return, Master. He wonders if we have brought the moisture evaporators. Translation. Translation. He does not trust you, Master, but you have done more than any other outsider. They will not attack, and he grants you his chieftain's gaffy as reward. Translation. The attacks will be reduced, and he will allow you to explore this enclave, but be warned that any lack of respect will result in death.
This is the one place in the game where you don't steal anything.
Protocol. If you truly want this sadly peaceful arrangement to continue, be careful of what you ask. Clarification. We must be more specific, Master. They capture many organics. Translation. Translation. He says that by his very presence, this Griff defiles their home and land. He is without any semblance of usefulness to them.
Yep, that would be Griff.
Extrapolation. I would assume we are free to take him. It is doubtful they will even waste the effort to kill him. Perhaps we could do it, Master. Translation. Translation. He says that the captive Jawas are slaves and that they have lived past their usefulness. You may take them if you wish. Translation. Translation. We are free to leave.
Don't. Nothing here. Find the Jawas. Find Griff.
You there. I'm a high-ranking executive at the Zerka Corporation. There's a big reward if you take me back to Anchorhead.
Griff, don't you recognize me? It's Mission.
Mission? Is it really you? I heard Taurus was destroyed. I thought you were dead. Oh, joy of joys, my little sister is alive.
I have to ask you something, Griff. It's important. I ran into Lena. She said it was your idea to leave me on Terrace. It isn't true, is it?
Well, there's the truth and then there's the truth, you know? I always meant to go back to Taurus's just as soon as I had the credits to pay off my debts. But credits have been hard to come by.
You mean it's true? It was your idea to leave me there? I'm your sister. How could you abandon me like that?
Come on, sis. You didn't need me to look after you anymore. You may have been young, but you knew how to take care of yourself. Besides, you're here now. I mean, everything worked out fine.
That's it? That's all you have to say to me after all these years, after deserting me on Terrace?
Well, that and, could you please get me out of here? You got a tough-looking friend there.
Yeah, you can find your way from there, right? Can you manage that? What? Is there something else?
Well, I wanted to thank you, and, you look like you're doing well. Financially, I mean. Say, could you spare me a few credits to get back on my feet?
You're hitting me up for credits. I don't believe this. Lena was right about you, Griff. We should have just left you to the Sand People. Don't talk to me anymore. Ever.
That didn't go well. Sis was always a little too fiery for her own good. She'll cool down in time. She'll be okay. We had our fights before. Too bad, though. I really could have used a helping hand right now. You may have saved my life, but I don't have a single credit to my name. Say, you wouldn't be able to spare me some credits, just till I get back on my feet, you know? Huh. I guess you've been talking to Lena, too. That's okay. I'll figure out a way to get by without your credits. I always do. Besides, I've already got a job lined up for me. Krita, the manager over at the Zerka supply shop, said I could come work for him if I ever get tired of the mines. Yeah, I think I'll go take him up on his offer. You know, maybe there's something else you can help me with. I need to talk to a guy first and set up the details, but if you're interested in the job, come see me in Krita's shop. Goodbye, Mission. I'm glad you're not dead.
I'm not helping you with anything.
Igratu haku chichiya, kombe pamuko kukiki chigratu nepat. Okumigre chuk hunari yetau.
Oh, I need to talk to someone about circle around, see if there's any of these. Boy. We're all warriors.
Query. What do you wish to ask of him, Master? Translation. Translation. He says that what you seek is far from here in the eastern Dune Sea. He will give you a map so you can find your way. Translation. His people found it, but didn't scavenge it because a crate dragon took up residence in the excavation. Translation. Translation. Your ignorance isn't his concern. He claims there is a hunter that wanders the area sometimes and that you should ask him. Translation. The hunter is a Twi'lek. He will be in the eastern Dune Sea somewhere.
Okay.
Translation. Translation. We are free to leave.
We're gonna. We don't need to be here anymore. Yeah, I know. Not a singer. Or a dancer. I used to be able to play the trumpet, but that was in high school. And that was 25 years ago. I am old. I don't know, maybe if I get some extra money, I'll set this for myself here. Learn how to play again. I mean, I kind of live in the middle of nowhere right now. I drive the cat. Probably should get practice. Alright! Now we got, two back. Out here where there is a whole lot of nothing. I have to say the speed line thing out here is the best of the eyeballs. Can't go that way. Let's follow over here. Aha! There is the cave. Okay, I do know there are some pretty things in the cave once we deal with this dragon.
I'm tired of waiting, Comad. How big can this dragon of yours be? I'm going in.
You're a dumbass. You deserve what happens to you. No, I'm going to... I can't swap my party.
Runda di hotonga kun honkabi. Wana kun beka chi kun ita hodong. Runda di hotonga kun honkabi. Ka chi kun ita hodonga. Runda di hotonga kun honkabi. Ka chi kun ita hodonga. Ikin kono ba. Jedo badawana ni di bobo. Dong na bung. Runda di hotonga kun honkabi. Wana kun. Ka chi kun ita. Runda di hotonga kun honkabi. Ka chi kun ita hodonga. Ikin. Runda di hotonga. Ka chi kun. Runda di hotonga. Ka chi kun ita hodonga. Runda di hotonga kun honkabi. Jedo badawana. Runda di. Mucha shot.
Bunch of sand people with only one melee. We're gonna need that here real quick. Yeah, probably. I'm trying to get out of here. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. Now we do this again. Let's go find these fans over here. doing all right.
Achuta. Wonga kun pistol. Achuta. Wonga kun pistol.
What?
What?
제도바도 와는 이디 보보. 돈의 포도.
The sea is a pretty big boy. That is one I've ever seen.
Dayata. Wata yuma wama huhu nadagdik. Shatung ni patoga. Wana kuste ching pala mule tonke. Jedabado wana ni dibobo. Runda di hotonga kun hanka. Mucho shak pakat.
Yeah?
Yes?
Sure.
It's one of those star maps, ain't it? Kinda weird finding it in the back of a crate dragon's lair, don't you think?
The star map is an artifact of the dark side. The crate dragon may have been drawn here by its dark power, only to be enslaved by it.
Say, now that we've got the star map, do you think we can leave this planet soon? I've got sand everywhere.
Of course. actually, I think that's what I gotta do. I gotta go talk to. I think if I talk to the chief again, which means I need. At least they'll let you swap out your target.
Query, what do you... Protocol. This will be a very sensitive topic. Translation. Translation. He says that he will not, Master. There is one storyteller in each clan, and only he may recite the histories. Translation. Translation. He says that you don't understand. They must never be told to someone who might say them incorrectly out of ignorance. Translation. To speak them in error is a blasphemy punishable by death. Only their greatest warriors are even permitted to listen to the tales. Translation. Translation. He won't believe you until he sees a dragon pearl as proof. I should kill him for not taking you at your word, Master. Translation.
Have the dragon pearl?
Translation. He is stupefied, Master. He never thought you could return with such an item. Such a thing has not been done in many years. Translation. He will allow you to meet the storyteller, but also gives a warning. If you dare to repeat the histories incorrectly, you will be killed. Translation. The storyteller will be summoned to one of the rooms here in the Enclave. He seems to think this is a great honor for you, Master. Translation. Translation.
Okay. So it must have been like all the way down here. Yeah, I kind of want to keep the Great Dragon Pearl because it's a... Yeah, there it is. Yeah. Save that because it's a good lightsaber. I don't need another story. Sand people. Let's get going. Check out things. I'm going to call it an evening. A nice night for gaming.
Igratu haku chichiya. Kombe ko pamuko varuba. Wataki mano ko isi sunan no kumul. Kuba. Hunari.
What did I get?
Greetings again from the offices of Zerga Corporation. Is this about bounties or something else? I see that, but do you have the all-important chieftains, Gaffy? That was what you agreed to get for us. Well, that is a very big headache that you've removed. I'm sure there are still sand people out there, but they'll be quieter now. I think I'll give you a bonus for this. You've more than lived up to your side of the bargain. Zerga Corporation thanks you. I think you'll find that the reward I've given... I'm sure. Greetings again from the... Of course. Farewell.
Ah, just the person I was hoping to see.
Save it, Griff. I'm not talking to you. I want no part of whatever you're involved in.
Okay, sis, I see you're still mad. Fair enough. I don't think you could help me with this anyway. It's more of a job for your friend here. As you may know, tack glands can be refined to a very potent powder. It's the primary ingredient in Teresian ale. That's what makes it so strong. Of course, now that Taris is pretty much wiped from the face of the map, Teresian ale has become somewhat scarce and very, very valuable. Luckily, I know the secret recipe. I know this guy. He's with the Exchange. Now, if I give him a small sample of Teresian ale, he says he can synthesize it and reproduce it in mass quantities. Problem is, I need one of those tack glands to make the first batch, and now that Taris is a smoking ruin, the only place to find tack is on Kashyyyk. If you can get your hands on one of those tack glands, I'll make it worth your while.
Griff, are you blind? Can't you see you're talking to a Jedi? We're out here trying to save the galaxy. We can't waste time on this.
Please, you have to help me. I promised this guy from the Exchange a sample of Teresian ale. If I don't come through for him, he's gonna break my legs. Or worse. Yeah, I knew you'd come through for me. You won't regret this. You'll see. Just don't take too long, okay? This guy from the Exchange could stop by any day. I kind of told him I already had the stuff, so if he shows up and I'm empty-handed, well, let's just say I really, really hope it doesn't come to that.
I still really hope we get a remake.
You're back! I knew you'd come through for me. I knew I could count on you. You do have a tack gland for me, right? Come to Papa, you sweet simian organ. It may not look like much, but once I turn this into a bottle of Teresian ale, it'll end up being worth a fortune. Thanks, Mission. You won't regret helping me out with this.
Please, Griff, let this be the last time. No more cons, no more scams, no more schemes. That's all I ask.
Hey, sis, no need to worry about that. I've turned over a new leaf. From now on, I'm gonna stay out of trouble and do things right. And once we've cornered the market on Parisian ale, good things will be heading my way.
Yeah.
And I'll make it up to your Mission. Just wait, you'll see. You know, once we synthesize this and start brewing Parisian ale in mass quantities, we're gonna be looking for some investors. You give me a couple of 100 credits, and I can get you in on the ground floor. You'll get a return of, at least 20 times your investment. Hey, don't worry, you'll get your credits as soon as we start mass producing that Parisian ale. I just wanted to know if you were interested in an even bigger payoff. You don't know much about business, do you? When an opportunity like this comes along, you have to jump at it. Come on, what do you say? It's your loss. I better get started brewing that ale. Meet me back here later, and I'll give you a down payment on what I owe you.
Ki mulira. Chiwi ay.
Get rid of a few things that I don't need anymore.
Ki mulira kun king. Kong hidwa.
I don't like the sound of this.
Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Chiwa aita kang kicha na jupornibo. Topa na oto vokasa. Pa just kronki do pacnimo. Chi ita kang ki. Just kronki do pacnimo. Chi ita kang ki.
Damn it, Griff. Won't you ever learn? How can my own flesh and blood be so stupid?
Chiwa aita kang ki.
Yeah, sorry about that. But I think it's time we get off of this standing up. Yeah. I've about had it with this place. Whatever they're called. Okay. I'll poke by there and see if there's anything worth buying. moving on. Thank God. It's Darth Little Bitch.
Kalonord is dead, Lord Malik. He has failed in his mission. Forgive me.
The penalty for failure is death, Admiral Kareth. But the failure was Kalo's, not yours. You may rise.
Shall I hire another bounty hunter, Lord Malik?
No mere bounty hunter can stand against a Jedi. I shall not make the same mistake again. My apprentice, Darth Bandon, shall take care of our young Jedi friend.
Oh yeah, this guy. What was the point of that? Blowing up part of your own ship. Just basically to show that you're an asshole, right? Of course, with that being the merciless going on there, yeah, it's pretty obvious.
Find Bastila and bring her to me, alive, if possible.
As you command, Master.
Apparently this was originally DLC. They ever made it work on the Xbox. Hoppity hoppity.
Just grunky to pacnimo. Ci
Nasz Efraeus, Esrekan Kost, and Rashlar.
Achua Penki, yun pat. Tang itwama ji, human act in ikatune. Chon mo.
Nasz Efraeus.
See you around, dude.
Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Ki mulira ku. Ki mulira. Ki mu.
Okay. Skip ahead. Oh boy, we gotta go underwater for this one.
You felt it, yes? Another vision? The Force continues to work through us, showing us the star maps unearthed by Reverend Malak. It is strange that anyone would have built a star map here. The entire surface of Manon is covered by nothing but vast oceans. The ocean floor is vast, and much of it is uncharted, even by the native Selkath. But how could Revan and Malak have found their way down? No doubt things will become more clear once we discover the star map's location. How can I help? Then I suggest we move...
Yes, what's on your mind? I thought I said I don't want to talk about it anymore. Not particularly. I guess it wouldn't hurt exactly either, though I don't know why you're so interested. When
when I think of all the men who betrayed us, the one that stands out above all of them is the one that I respected the most, Saul.
With good reason. Admiral Saul Kareth is the commander of the entire Sith fleet. He's half the reason Malak has done so well in the war. Saul was my commanding officer back when the Mandalorian Wars first began. He taught me everything about being a soldier, and I looked up to him. Saul approached me before he left. He talked to me about how the Republic was on the losing side and about how I should start thinking of my survival. I know now that he was trying to recruit me into the Sith, but I couldn't have conceived of it back then. I argued with him and he got angry and he left. I never saw him again. Saul was my mentor. He led us to so many victories against the Mandalorians. I mean, even when things looked to be at their worst, I couldn't conceive of it. He couldn't be serious. I was wrong, of course. He not only left us for the Sith, he gave them the codes to bypass our scanners. I remember waking up as the first of the Sith bombers snuck past our defenses and began destroying half of our docked ships. I knew right away what had happened. I mean, I could have stopped him. I could have stopped it all. I blame Saul, not myself. I was stupid and I ignored the danger. He nearly destroyed us all. No, I fought Saul for years now, and if I ever catch up to him, he will regret what he's done. He will regret it. Well, there's more to the story, I guess. But I don't want to talk about it right now. Let's go.
Okay. You grumpy old man.
You Republic people are so pathetic, sitting around groveling at the table scraps the galactic senators deign to give you. It makes me sick.
The senators work for the good of the whole galaxy, not for individual gain.
Ha! Don't make me laugh, you gutless simp. It's the destiny of weak-minded fools like you to be ruled over by the strong, like we Sith.
I'm warning you. Don't push me or you'll get just what you're asking for.
Try it. Just try it. I'd love to see you throw the first punch. And with all the cameras around, the Selkath would be all over you inside of 30 seconds. You break their laws. You pay the price, Republic scum. But I can see that you're not man enough to back up your words anyway. If you ever feel like relieving yourself of your worthless existence, feel free to come by our enclave here. We have many ways to fulfill your wish.
Yeah, what are you... Oh, I apologize, Master Jedi. I should not have been rude. Well, these damn Sith are everywhere on Manan, pushing us Republic citizens around, trying to goad us into breaking the law somewhere. Yeah, the Selkath want to maintain their neutrality in this war we're fighting with the Sith, and they enforce it very strictly. So we just have to sit here and let the Sith insult us, and we can't raise a hand against them. Otherwise, the Republic will face severe Kolto export restrictions, and that could lose us the war altogether. You're joking, right? I'm sorry, but everyone knows what Kolto is. It's the most powerful healing agent in the galaxy. I would have died several times myself if we didn't have this stuff handy. But the reason it's important here is that Kolto is only found naturally on Manan, and all of our attempts to synthesize it have failed miserably. So, we sit here on the surface, the Selkath harvesting what Kolto bubbles up from the bottom of the ocean, and we buy it from them. Well, us and the Sith, of course. The Selkath don't want to play favorites. The Selkath think that by staying neutral, they can play both sides, selling Kolto to everyone that needs it, and making themselves too valuable to be worth conquering. Well, that, and they threaten to destroy the only natural source of Kolto on the planet if anyone tries to attack them. But I think they're underestimating the length the Sith will go to get what they want. They're probably planning something already. Is there anything else you require? Of course. If you have any other questions, you should probably see Roland Wan. He's the Republic diplomat here. He's by the Republic Enclave near the visitor residences. Oh, if you don't know where that is, go north from here, then south past the port official in the first courtyard, east into the second courtyard, then north, then east again. You got that? Have a pleasant stay, Master Jedi.
Yeah, I guess I got it. Oh.
Got something on your mind, dude? You got yourself a fast little ship? I'd forgot what engine sounded like. The closest thing to that on Kashyyyk is an Ulleran mating season. Ugh, frightful.
Right on my ship.
Or it could be for the free food. What's the gunk that comes out of the synthesizer on this bucket anyway? Do you never clean the darn thing? How impatient can one person be? You must have driven your mother mad. All that gurgling and fussing. Babies are cute, but annoying. You know, you remind me of someone else I knew ages ago. Pleasant enough fellow, great destiny, all of that. Breath like a bantha. No, but it could be. An Anduvian salt tablet would clear that right up, you know. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, Andor Vex was his name. The Force swirled around him like a hurricane. That's how great his destiny was. No, you wouldn't have. Sometimes swirling force is just swirling force. It gets us old Jedis excited at our age, so we go, ooh, destiny. Well, it turned out that poor Andor believed a wee bit too much in the infallibility of that destiny. That overconfidence turned out to be his downfall. I don't know. Are you overconfident? I hadn't noticed. Even if I had, I would never comment on it. We're talking about Andor, remember? Let's see. Oh yes, Andor's downfall. I was pretty young myself when it happened. At the time, I thought that Andor's destiny couldn't be more boring. Well, let's just say that I was a strapping young lad with a full head of hair, and Coruscant was a small town with a well. I was just about to abandon Andor to whatever the Force intended for him when his ship was overtaken by a Dimian warship. Now, you've probably never heard of the Dimians, but at the time they were a nasty lot led by a nastier overlord named Krat. Tall fellow, big teeth. Krat has us hauled onto the bridge of his ship for questioning, and that's when I knew that Andor's destiny was at hand. Swirling force, remember? Jedi here. Granted, I was just interpreting the signs, but we get trained in that sort of thing, more or less. Well, Andor decides that his destiny makes him invulnerable and starts making all sorts of demands. Free me now. I'm not answering questions. Blah, blah, blah. Don't you know who I am? Yeah. Krat decides he's had enough and begins crushing Andor's neck. I told the boy he should have kept his mouth shut. I think he agreed, too. This could have just been gurgling noises. Well, anyway. Finally, Krat has enough of Andor and tosses him aside into this giant energy intake shaft. Andor gets sucked in and starts bouncing around, screaming. Maybe Andor hit something sensitive on the way down, or just didn't agree with the reactor core. Next thing I know, all the ship's alarms are ringing. Everyone panics, and I run, barely making it to the ship in time before the explosion. Krat dies horribly, and the Dimians never quite recovered. Changed the political course of the entire sector for centuries to come. I'd call that quite a destiny, wouldn't you? Well, hey, the chances may not be great, but when one has the opportunity to see something like that twice in a lifetime... Anyway, go on. My throat is dry and you're making me cranky. Shoo!
Duly noted, old man. Duly noted. Detonators. Possibly useful if shot at somebody. Buying all the grenades. Buying all the grenades. Sometimes the only way to solve a problem is to chuck a grenade at it. Guess that'll be there. Now get rid of those damn things off my. Okay. I think this is where I'm gonna take a break for the evening. Made some good progress. I finally figured out what I was being stupid about. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this today. Ooh, as we stare into the infinite void. It's the only way I can get this thing to work properly. Alright, so I may come back and play a little of this more tomorrow, or may go back to do some Subnautica. Depends on what kind of mood I am in tomorrow. Well, if you watch this, I appreciate it. If you come back and watch it later, I appreciate that too. Feel free to, reach out to me, leave a comment, whatever you want to do. Bye.